wants to accelerate work to remove what it calls irritants in ties with the United States. It added that there are many areas for profitable cooperation with the United States and that Russia remains open to this. In response to President Donald Trump, Kremlin stated that this is not an aimless war. It added that the idea Ukraine can win something back is deeply mistaken. Kremlin has acknowledged that the process of normalizing relations with the U.S. is moving much slower than it would like. Officials also stated that Russia's economy fully satisfies the needs of the armed forces. Meanwhile, 2 people have been killed and 3 injured in a Ukrainian attack on Russia's Novorossiysk, according to the regional governor. Now, for this discussion, we are joined by David K. Johnson. He's an American author, joins us live from New York. Thank you very much for joining us again. Good to see you, Professor. So now, what are the potential obstacles and opportunities for Russia in normalizing its relationship with the United States, given the current political and military tensions between Putin and Trump?
Well, Vladimir Putin is very determined to conquer Ukraine. And just as he's brought Georgia and Chechnya back into the realm of the Kremlin, he has designs, as he himself has indicated, on other parts of the old Soviet Union satellites. And so he has not responded to the pressure that's been brought on him economically around the world and diplomatically. And it would be very hard for him, even as a dictator, to back off at this point because so many Russian lives have been lost without territory gained. The Ukrainians on the other side of this equation have a desperate need for a security guarantee because anything short of a security guaranteed by, say, NATO powers is not going to help them. And Putin has embarrassed Trump. And Donald Trump, who I've known for 37 years and spent a lot of time with, cannot deal with embarrassment, with being made fun of. And so he's now trying to figure out how to change his position since he had said he would solve this war in a single day. And it's been 9 months, and there's no solution. So this is just going to continue on as a war here of attrition unless something disrupts it. And beyond that, I can't tell you much.
And since you understand what is Trump's thought process, what do you make of Trump's comments which came out with Zelensky today?
Well, Donald, it's the crucial thing to understand about Donald is that he is appallingly ignorant. He claims to be the world's greatest expert on 22 subjects. It's all nonsense. He's a con man, and his lack of knowledge means there's no underlying principle. Whatever you think of leaders like Modi, George W. Bush, Ronald Reagan, they operated from a set of principles that motivated their actions. Donald doesn't have any such principles, so that's why he can flip on a dime. He has a fictional narrative of what's going on in his head that often is totally disconnected from reality, and he just simply changes the narrative as his psychological needs demand.
Right. And how do you think, how is Zelensky making use of this reasoning of Trump to maybe his benefit?
Well, now Zelensky, who was a stand-up comedian and a TV comedian, and everybody who does that for a living is incredibly smart. They have to be. And who is deeply schooled in the history of Ukraine and Russia, is in a tough spot in that he can't alienate people who are supporting his country because on their own, the Ukrainians don't have the resources to prevent the Russians from taking over. And he also knows that Donald Trump is a totally faithless partner. So he's in a very tough spot. He's got to think through and maneuver every time. What do I do here when I'm being attacked by Trump, when I'm being supported by Trump, when I'm being ambushed by Trump, when Trump now wants to get back all of the occupied territory. Will that last beyond 24 hours?
Right. With that, I would like to thank Professor for sharing that insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well.